So first, I will start a software with which I can show it to you. This guy.
I'm sorry. I wanted to get the other job out of the conversation, but okay, never mind. So we can go on.
Oh, yeah, the problem is I wanted to share what my phone shows with the camera, but since we are running this, that takes over my camera. So instead of that, I will try to share my screen. I don't see the screen share here. Share screen. Okay. So now that as I'm sharing the screen, I'm hoping that I can start that application, which I'm gonna project my phone. There you go. So here we are. Yeah, you can see my phone. And let me. So this is the team win.
The recovery.
The recovery. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it clearly.
And so once you compile those IMG and the zip file, more importantly the zip file, you go to install, and then.
But first you have to flash the recovery, and after you flash the recovery, you can boot in the recovery, and you then see the screen.
Yeah, and then so once you did that, whatever extra zip file to install you have, you can just pick it here and install it. The other way is you can install it through fastboot as well, but the TeamWin recovery is intelligent enough that you can even install from here, from this user interface. So if I don't have any, I have this. This is for routing the super soup. That's actually an install, for example, and I can just install the image. Yeah. So that's how you can install extra stuff after. But yes, you were right. So first you need to flash.
So after you successfully put your phone into fast boot mode, you have to issue the command flashing your recovery onto the phone, and then you will see the screen when you successfully booted into your recovery.
Yeah, you can also back up from here. So this is a standard.
You can do the backup. You can do wipe. So if there's something goes wrong, you can always wipe the system.
Yeah.
You can reformat your drives.
Yeah, I don't wipe.
This is a very handy and user-friendly recovery. Most vendors don't want you to do this stuff with your phone, so this is not the default. But if you are doing LineageOS stuff, you will definitely love these options.
Yeah, this is the advanced. You can ADB sideload.
Yeah, you can file manager, terminal.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Anything.
I haven't played with this too much yet. I just use it to unlock and root at this point.
So just to ask, it said have file manager. So if you wanted to access things like that, you wouldn't need a third party. You can just use it right from this, right? This menu option.
You can do file operations like copy and stuff from here in the terminal.
So it's almost a full functioning file manager either way, right?
Yeah. Of course, it's good to know VI, I guess, if you want to edit anything, but yeah, that's standard.
Yeah, one day they will include mobile phones in the recovery, and you no longer need your OS.
No. All right, I am switching back, so I stop this stream, and so you can share your screen again. And show us, did it finish?
Yeah, it finished, yeah.
So I don't see your screen now.
Oh, I have to share.
Maybe I am stop sharing. Are you there?
Okay.
Ooh, I thought that it crashed.
And then I'm sharing mine.
Okay. All right.
Can you see that?
Yes, we see my pretty face. Okay.
So it finished.
Awesome.
It took 32 minutes 39 seconds to finish.
Wow.
And now we can find our new install at the place we were taking a look at it. So this is our new stuff here. We just compiled, and it also creates an over-the-air
version.
Over the version to upgrade the phone.
So what's the difference between the two?
I'm not sure. So you got me here. But one more thing I'd like to show or spend a couple of words on that if you are modifying your ROM, you can also, after I showed that red star, you crashed. Okay, I don't want to. So one thing I may also mention that you can sign your own builds. So if you are modifying your ROM and you want to distribute it, you may want to sign your own builds.
I'm not at that point.
And LineageOS also has its own how-to on what you have to do to sign your own builds. You can create your keys for signing the builds, and instead of after issuing breakfast, instead of doing branch was the most important
the actual compilation, yeah.
The step of the compilation. You have to do this MKA target files package dist.
Wow. Okay.
And then you do croot and you do these stuff to sign the packages. I don't do it for now because it also takes time. But if you get up to this point, you can generate the install package with your signed files. And I'd like to share one of my experience that these will often result in an error message in my case.
Wow.
And the way you can solve this, Apple complain for me about APK files having no key. And if you take a look at the command they like you to issue, build tools, release tools, OTA from target files, so it starts generating something. You are giving your release key for the process, and then you are telling him to use these signed target files, and the resulting file will be signed OTA upgrade. You may have error messages about these APK files, and you see that I noted down that this is the same command, signed target files APKs, but I introduced this kind of statements in the command with the option E, that for example this APK must be signed by a given release key specified by me. So you see it here, or for another one, I'm specifying this APK to get signed by my release key. So if this command is complaining about unsigned APKs, you have to specify them here with the option E, and give this release key after the equation mark. You can get through these kind of error messages by listing all such APKs like that by issuing the command to generate your signed target file. So this is my 2 cents for those who want to sign their own build, which wasn't easy for me to figure out. I just want to give you this experience. If you are about to do that, you can consider to do this modification to the command for signing. I think that would be pretty much of the whole process.
There's a question.
Are you able to keep like the source code and like the necessary on the phone like the stuff that we download onto the phone?
Yeah, wait, you treat?
Like tweak it, so like change it. And you can like keep change on like the actual code itself.
So the question is, can you change the source code, what you compile? Is that correct?
I think this whole process is about changing the source code before you compile it. So I gave you one example that I patched the kernel source with this bit file. For example, you see that this bit file was issuing only this insertion, correcting the security flow. So you can do whatever changes you like to the source code before you start your compilation. And after you modify your source, it'll be compiling to your own flavor of LineageOS. So I encourage everybody to use any modifications they desire before starting the build. And my other example was that before I started the compilation, I applied these patches I showed you to make use of all processors, and then it'll do the compilation according to that. Actually, it's not a source file, but it's rather an init file, which will set processors up when the phone is booting. But you...
Wait, hold on for a sec. What are those CVs there? You applied all of these various security?
No, I copied these for example, because some of these are already included in the source, but I just checked out that this one we used, so this one hasn't been included in the official Android source up until now, so I chose this to be able to demonstrate that you can patch your own kernel with the security stuff.
I see.
So
okay.
This is one example that you can do, but the whole source code is here, so not just the kernel, but any parts of your stuff is here. You can do any modifications you'd like to. So.
But you need to know what you are doing, I guess.
I'm just looking at the source file, so I don't have a given idea what I want to do. I'm just showing you that you have the whole source code here, and you can do whatever you want. This is a CPT source file.
Okay.
And you can find some modifications floating around on the network. So if you go browse at XDA developers, for example, one thing I would mention is there are certain modifications to the sound system. So you can find modifications for that, and you can use your own. You can do anything you want apart from the binary blocks. So you can do nothing about your binary blocks, but the other parts, which most of the system, it means most of the system is here. So you can do whatever you want. So.
So yeah, I know that one a tenant he has an Alcatel phone, what we couldn't find in the list. So what would you advise if I don't see my phone on the list? What LineageOS supports? And let's say it's not that Kirill processor, but it's just for some reason not.
For starting out your own stuff, I would suggest something to do with modifying the source to a lesser degree. So working with a completely new device which is unsupported requires a lot of work because you don't have the configuration of the kernel, and there are many differences from phone to phone regarding the actual configuration, and you will probably fail doing that on your own. So I would rather suggest to search for on the XDA developer homepage, and if there's a community for that phone, you can pick up the line there. So if I don't know, I can't say that.
Wait, let's try that. What's the Alcatel phone? It's
the Alcatel
One Touch Pixie.
Pixie.
Oh, there you go. New devices. What's that? PDADB. Yeah, his is a single SIM, not dual SIM, unfortunately. But maybe this is close enough that you can start from here, from the dual SIM.
But I can't say that if you are starting from scratch that it requires tremendous effort.
No, I'm not saying from scratch. I'm saying that you start off of that dual SIM version and try to work towards the single SIM.
But this one is not. It doesn't have a detailed support for these devices. These two have a better support, for example. So if you choose these two, you will find more detailed support for these. But I think I would start at these developers and discover what is already going on, and in order to avoid reinventing the wheel. But if there's no signs that anybody would do anything for a given phone, then it would mean a very tough task to get it running without someone else working on it.
I see. Okay.
So I would at least start with a phone which has at least a small community for doing some extra work. Unless you are a very talented developer and you can do it on your own. So I'm not a real expert here, so I'm always trying to use building blocks which are already there.
I see. All right. Wow, that's great. I think we crossed the 2-hour mark since 10 a.m. So probably everybody is ready to go. And
thank you.
Thanks, Sati.
I hope that it wasn't. It was handful enough for some of you to start doing your own builds, and it can be fun, especially if you have a given reason to do a modification, like you saw in my case, that I wanted to make use of the whole hardware of the phone, or apply a security patch for the kernel, and you can brew your own. Brewing your own Android means working on the source code and do something new. So anybody is open to introduce any changes.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Thank you, Ati, and keep up the good work. And maybe one day we will invite you for a presentation about Gentoo.
At least, especially hardened.
Hardened Gentoo.
Okay. I will be there in August. You know.
Right, he will be in person here.
August.
I can't wait again to.
They are a little bit smiling because we know what is the weather like here in August.
I love hot summer, so I'm looking forward.
You will see.
All right.
They say all right.
Okay, I pack enough moisturizer and stuff, so even it will be pretty hot.
All right.
It won't frighten me. So.
Thank you, Ati, again, and see you next time.
Thank you for your time, and if any question comes up, you can reach me by Chaba, and I may try to answer a question if you think that it would be okay.
Yeah, that's a good addition, yeah.
So thank you guys, and I wish you a good and fruitful weekend.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.